Oscar Pistorius court session is back underway. Let's cross live to Pretoria.
So one would find in that wing 2 cells where people would sleep.
Yes.
A bathroom.
Yes.
And an extra room.
Yes.
Now this extra room in this instance was used as what?
It was used as a gym.
Now, as part of your duty, sister, would you do rounds?
Yes, on a daily basis. As long as I'm on duty, it is my responsibility to accompany the team that are being placed at the hospital during rounds in the morning.
What would that entail?
The purpose of conducting rounds as a hospital, remember the hospital, we admit the sick patient in different conditions. So our role is to ensure every day when they open the ward, we must go patient to patient to check how is their conditions and to ask them in terms of their problems, whether they slept okay, so that we can take any medical complaints from there before our doctor can come, so that we take the medical records into the patient's file and we do the vital signs.
Was this explained to the accused?
Yes.
Who explained it to you?
It myself.
And you conducted rounds with the accused early on whilst he was incarcerated there?
Yes, from the day of admission at the hospital, we were conducting medical rounds in all the wards, including where he was accommodated.
But then there was a confrontation.
True.
Please tell the court about that.
The confrontation, it happened during the morning rounds, when as a team at the hospital, as we normally conduct those rounds, we are accompanied by the security members because they are the one who's opening each and every ward so that we can gain an access into the ward.
Can we just explain that? So at the hospital, you would have people that work at the hospital, and security people would be the guards.
Yes.
So you would be accompanied by a guard because they could open.
True.
Okay. And then you were accompanied by security people?
Yes, and the security officials, when you open now in the wing where Mr. Pistorius was sleeping, normally they are the one at the forefront who will open and tell the patient that here are the nurses now, as a procedure they know. And then thereafter we go inside. Like normally, as I'm the head, I will be the one who now, when the member has already informed the patient, then I'll go and say, good morning. Normally we greet our patient. And then things has just changed on that day.
What day? Can you remember the day we're talking about?
Yes, I remember very well because I was surprised with that because before he never done that.
What happened?
So he became angry because he just shouted, screaming that I'm disturbing him, I must get out, he's still sleeping. Then I was surprised. And then I listened at him, and then he covered himself with a sheet. And then I explained to him that, you remember when I told you that at the hospital, this is what we are doing. And then I even emphasized that there is no way that we can bypass in his cell where he is sleeping, because it is our responsibility that we must check on him as we usually were doing it. So there is no way, as now he is angry, but he just need to understand that we are doing our duties as nurses, as we used to do, to check on them.
What did he say?
He said, no, get out, and then he covered himself. And then, but anyway, because I explained to him the purpose again of why we are doing that. And then we leave the single cell, and then we went to the next cell where it was Creature Randavas.
Now then, there was, can you remember the date of that specific incident?
Yes.
What was the date?
It was on the 1st March 2015.
Okay. Then there was another incident in the duty room.
Yes.
Please tell the court about that.
It was on Saturday, as we normally work 2 shifts for day shift. I was reporting at 11 o'clock. And then when I arrived, the nurses that they reported in the morning, they gave me a feedback that Mr. Pretorius was looking for me. Then I said, what was all about? He said, they told me that he was looking for the report. Then I said, because I know that he requested the supplement. And again, he requested the other device, they call it Nomatec.
Nomatec.
Nomatec, yes, device. So because it was not prescribed, and now I said, let me write a memorandum so that and then the head of the center either can approve that, because our sessional doctor said she doesn't have an idea of those supplements and that Nomatec device. So she's still going to consult about those, because those supplements, it was about sports people. Then he said, okay, it's fine. So by coming...
But let us just take it step by step. Which doctor are you talking about now?
I'm talking about Dr. Tsatsi, our sessional doctor.
Is this a male or a female?
He's a female.
So there was a discussion between Dr. Tsatsi and the accused about...
Yes, about the very same supplement and the Nomatec, in which she explained that she doesn't have an idea about this supplement and this Nomatec device. I even explained to him that I will ask the doctor, especially to Google this Nomatec device, what is it all about? So after I got it, I decided to write a memorandum attaching the pictures of those Nomatec device, so that at least, because I've checked that, it doesn't have the security threat, so that maybe our head of the prison, as the doctor, will come and see it. Then she will recommend so that then it can be approved. So the problem is the process after we are submitting the memorandum. It goes different offices. It is not something that is going to be approved like in today's time. So that's where now he came looking for that feedback. And when he entered into the office, he came alone. I think the member, Mr. Van Rensberg, as he was the one who's been booked in his area. He was following because he came first in the office. And then he said, I was looking for you. They told me that you are the one who must give me this report.
So he spoke to you?
Yes, because I was seated on our table with these 2 nurses. And then he started, I need my feedback. Then I explained to him that the procedure of getting the approval. It is not going to take 2 days. Now he started, no, don't play these tactics. He begged now, he was having a notebook, sort of like it's a diary. Yes. So he used that diary to bang next to the table where I was sitting. So, like being the 3 of us as female, there was no way that I can display like I'm afraid of him, because I was trying to explain, and I'm still going to tell him that I don't have a feedback, but immediately I get that feedback, immediately it has been approved, then I'm going to call you and give you.
Did he say something about your competence or Dr. Tsatsi's competence?
He talks about Dr. Tsatsi, even ourselves, that we are being so useless, not knowledgeable. He doesn't know what kind of a doctor, whether you went. He talked a lot of things regarding to the degrading of Dr. Tsatsi.
And towards you?
Even myself, that we are not competent. So, but after that, because Mr. Van Rensberg was already there, and then he tried to take him out, and then he went, but he was making noise after he left the Awajito room.
Now, there was an application for a private doctor.
Yes.
Did you assist with that?
Yes.
Please tell the court.
After that incident, again, he requested that he needed to be seen by his own private doctor. And as is a procedure when the inmates or the patient requests to be seen by his own private doctor. We have got the application forms. And then I explained to him how does it work, that I needed him to complete the part where he's supposed to complete, put the details of the doctor, the contact number if ever he do have, so that then I can now take the forms to the doctor, which I gave the forms. He went. He didn't return it in a day, in the very same day. The following day, in day 3, I think it is in day 3, he brought the application back. Then I even told him that let me phone the doctor. It was Dr. Van Wyk on the forms. Then I phoned Dr. Van Wyk. Fortunately, I found him in his cell phone. Then I asked him, where is your practice room? And then she told me that at this time she's at Steve Biko. Then I said, can I manage to come and see you? Then she said, no, you are welcome. Then that's why I asked, do you know Mr. Oscar Pretorius? Then she told me yes. Okay, and then I explained that Pretorius is requesting you.
But you went all the way to...
Yes, I drove with my own car because, I was looking the necessity of, like, I don't want to delay him. So I drove
to Steve
Biko myself with my own car, so that at least Dr. Van Wyk can speed up to complete the forms. Fortunately, I found Dr. Van Wyk at the reception here at Steve Biko. And then we had a room where I have to explain again because she was not aware with how to complete that application form.
But did she tell you how she knew him?
No.
Did she tell you that she was a cousin?
No.
And was the application approved?
After she completed the details, that's when I went back, I started confirming his practice now with the health profession council. So they told me that yes, she has just qualified as a doctor, but she's working at the government as Steve Biko. So hence my purpose to verify, I explained that there is a patient who needed her as a private doctor. Then they said, they know this doctor that as now she's working at Steve Biko. Then I was puzzled because understanding the policy and the procedure of that private form. Once we are working at the government, you cannot be allowed to practice as. So that's why now, before again, I said, let me phone our full-time doctor, to assist me.
Is she male or female?
She's a female.
Siaketsu?
Yes, Dr.
Okay, so you contacted Dr. Siaketsu?
Yes, and give her the feedback. And then I requested that as I've discovered that Dr. Van Wyk, she's working as Steve Biko, knowing that according to this, it is not allowed. So can she assist me to go and check? Because Dr. Van Wyk didn't tell me a lot. She said she's willing to assist Mr. Pretorius.
But it was approved and she visited him? Yes,
because Dr. Siaketsu went to the CEO at Steve Biko, where they told her that, they don't have a problem, that she can see this patient after hours when she is knocked off, but not during her waking hours at Steve Biko.
Okay. Now, if a private doctor would prescribe medicine, how will that be treated at the hospital section in Hosimampur?
When the private doctor prescribed this medication, as we have explained to the patient, they are responsible to pay for that medication, number one. And then we are going to receive that medication with a prescription, a copy of that prescription. Then we administer in our daily record, and then we attach the copy into his patient's file.
Now, where would the medicine be kept?
It depends. If ever it is not a schedule, we normally keep on our medicine trolley. But if it is a schedule, that's where we lock it in our drug cupboard.
But the medicine would be kept by you, and you would administer the medicine to the inmates?
Yes, it depends on the daily delegation, because on a daily basis we do delegation for the nurses for the duties that they should perform. Yes, so the delegated nurse on that day, if ever they've delegated to issue the drugs or whatever, then she will be performing such duties and ensure the patient they are taking that medication as prescribed.
There was another incident where Mr. van Schoor was involved. What happened there?
I think it was on the 2nd of February. I was also working, it was weekend.
What year was it?
The 2nd February.
What year was it?
2015.
Thank you.
Mr. van Schoor is working at the visit area where like the family of the patient, the inmates, if they are coming to visit, they start there. So whenever the family they are bringing medication, we normally inform by the visit members there that there is a certain so family. They said they are bringing this medication for so and so. Do you know this arrangement? Ida will say yes. Okay, can we bring the medication if it is something that we are aware with between the family of the patient and us? So, but on that day, it was a surprise when Mr. van Schoor, because we never normally bring the medication as the senior, as the in charge there at the visit area. He always delegates the juniors, but on that day, he himself came to the hospital with the medication that we were not aware with. So actually, as our duty room, we normally sit in a way that the door, we don't close it, so that on the passage, we can see any movement of whoever was passing, going that side to this area. And then we saw Mr. van Schoor was passing, and then we called him. Then he came back into our duty room. Then we asked, he said no, he's having the medication for Mr. Oscar Pretorius. Then that's where now I asked him, with whom did you arrange? Because I don't know, even on our journal book, because we have got a daily journal book where we write, if ever the family inform us that the patient he was taking this medication before he can be admitted in our center. So Mr. van Schoor told me that no, the family did arrange with one of your nurses, ma'am. Then I wanted to know who's that nurse. He said, no, I don't know, but the family told me so. Then I said, okay, let me just check, because there are two divisions always. If this weekend is this division, that other division is off. So I managed, because I do have cell phones for my nurses at the hospital. So I phoned each and every one to check, is there any arrangement that was done with Mr. van Schoor? Then they said no. Then I told him that the answer is like, no nurse is aware about that medication. So I said, can you please take the medication back and let the family come and take the medication? He agreed to me, and then he left the duty room in a direction like he's going outside the hospital. So because we were busy, but fortunately Sister Matlaile was the one who saw again Mr. van Schoor now going back. Then she says, Sister Mashabane, Mr. van Schoor is passing now, is going to the direction where actually he was going. Then I said, Sister Matlaile, can you please follow him? So he met him now, almost he was in the area where Oscar was accommodated. So Sister Matlaile informed him that no, Sister Mashabane said, can you please bring that medication? Because she didn't allow you to take the medication to the patient. And there were two with Mr. van Rensberg. So now he came down and then he gave me the medication. I said, but Mr. van Schoor, I asked you that take this medication to the family, but you failed to do so. So because I can see that you are not responsible, bring me this medication so that I can keep it in my drug cupboard and I will phone the family. Then he leave the medication, I locked in my drug cupboard. Before, I can phone, that's when now Oscar was coming. He said, can you please give me my medication? Then I explained that that medication was not arranged and it was not prescribed. Do you understand? So he said, no, that is my medication. Then I explained again, you know the procedure of the medication coming from outside to the hospital. It must be either accompanied by the prescription, and the family should let the nurses know that this is the medication, that it was either prescribed by the doctor or what. Hence, the medication that he was taking, we were having the prescription. But this one, it was not included on the prescription that we have.
So what did he say, Mr. Pistorius?
After that, he started again, this tantrums again. I don't want this because he was having another medication that was prescribed by Dr. Tsatsi, same which it was Voltaren and Bactroben. So he said, this medication, I don't want it, is not working. Then I was surprised now. He said, no, take your medication. He said, I will give you back this medication. I said, okay, bring me that medication. He went, he came. When he came, I was surprised. Now, the medication that was prescribed, it was never been opened. But he told me that it is not working. Then when I checked the one that it was brought by Mr. Fanskoa, it was the same medication. Then I said, okay, we will wait until the head of the center intervene. Because you accepted this medication that was prescribed by Dr. Tsatsi. You never refuse it, that it is not going to help you. So, but what surprised me, if you are saying the medication is not working, you must use it for either 7 days, where you can say, I'm not improving in terms of the complaint that we have consulted to the doctor.
Mr. Pistorius, was he upset?
Yes, he was upset.
What did he do? What did he say?
No, he just said, take your medication. He wanted his medication. So, but I didn't give because it was already locked in the drug cupboard.
Now, do you know if he was taking at the time Molipaxin and Cipralex?
Yes, that was his medication from the day of his admission.
And is that scheduled medicine?
Yes.
So where would that be kept?
In our drug cupboard.
Locked?
Locked always.
And would you hand over a number of those tablets to inmate to self-medicate?
No. All the patients who are hospitalized, either schedule 2, 3, we are not giving the patient to self-medicate themselves. We are there to ensure that they are taking medication on a daily basis, so that then when we are saying condition is not being improved, we are talking based on the fact that we have been giving on a daily basis recording. So hence it is worse with the schedule. So we normally, according to the prescription as it was prescribed, he was getting 1 in the morning, 2 at night, nocturne.
And so you would not have given him 28 Molipaxin to keep in his cell?
No.
Or 14 Cipralex tablets?
No. Because we're having same medication in our stock, the one that on a daily basis we have been issuing recording after giving him to take it. So on the day question, the very same medication, the 28, in our stock, we're having 7 tablets, which it shows that it will be finished. So we'll have to phone the family to bring, because the medication, it was a repeat times 6. So the Cipralex on our stock, it was 3 tablets left. So which there is no way that, as we are giving, then we can give same medication to keep for himself.
Good. Now, did you continue working with Mr. Pistorius?
After several, incident with Mr. Oscar Pretorius, I was requested by my head that can I just not interact anymore with Oscar, because I was with another manager, Mr. Simpe. So he delegated Mr. Simpe so that, this conflict may not continue or become worse. So since after she requested me, then I never engaged myself with Oscar.
So you then stopped interacting with him and Mr. Sempe took over your role?
Yes, yes.
Now, if one enters the hospital section, the wards and the duty room would be on the first floor.
Yes.
Now, the section where Mr. Pistorius was kept, was that also on the first floor?
No, it was on the second floor.
On the second floor. And people would not have access to that specific section, other people?
Other people like?
Inmates?
No, to enter into his?
Yeah.
No, because always there is a security member there, always the grill is kept underlocked if they are inside. And even when they go out, they keep underlocked that grill.
Now, there was evidence later about the fact that Mr. Pistorius was assaulted. Do you know about that?
No.
Would you have known if it happened?
No. We don't have any report of being assaulted in the
If
hospital.
it happened, would you have known about it?
Yes.
Was Mr. Pistorius at any time found with a blue eye?
Yes.
Did he explain that?
When I came back again, they told me that Mr. Pretoria sustained the injury because he came himself